Hey. Sup? What up, everybody? How you guys doing? Let's get a tweet out nice and quick because there's a lot to do, man. There's always a lot to do in this game, and it's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it. So let's begin. Let me get out that tweet. Get out my tweeting hand. Dearest Matt Marvel champions. Let me see. You're tardy, BG? Ugh, I am tardy. Maniac said over $2 before I could even get the tweet out saying, "Hey Brian, I did it. 55 rank 5, 94 rank 4. I'm all done." Jesus, dude. That's such a crazy amount of champions ranked up for 4 stars. Holy crap. Holy smokes, man. That is nuts. That is a hell of an achievement right there, man. I wish that my 4 stars were set up that well. 94 rank 4. Holy crap, man. Shark also sent it over 2 saying hard banana slap. I'm a new sub like your content. I'm sure you're brand new here. You know what? We're gonna do a double. We're gonna do a double. We're gonna do a double. It's close enough. Stop, stop. Thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. All right, let me see. Dearest MMO champions. Hey, did you know? Hey, did you know that Legacy is doing a marathon stream to get 5-star Doom? He crazy, right? Ha 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 ha. As I am now live. Okay, tweet. All right. Sup, people? How you guys doing? What up, BG? You like that completed piece? Yeah, dude. I saw it right before I started streaming. It's awesome. It is awesome. It has been working on it forever. I know, man. It took a long time, but it's got to be a satisfying feeling. Oh, man. I felt satisfied just getting all my 5 stars to rank, too, which is a way less crazier goal. Your nose is really red? Well, I just got out of the shower. I just got out of 2 showers, actually. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Whenever I cut my hair, I basically take a shower first, and then cut my hair, whatever's left of it at least, and then shower again to get all the loose hairs off my head. And I wanted to do that much earlier today, and well, you know, one thing happens leads to another, and well, it took all freaking day for me to take a shower. Too busy working on some other junk. Alright, but anyway, who was the first one here? Derek was the first one here. What's up, Derek? Fear Chronic, Bravo Zeus, Italian Man, Ankit. What's up, everybody? We got Orange Juice, Donut Cop, Gloria Man, Poos on Poos, Star, Pixie Bell, that Maniac and Shark, of course. Swaggy of the Spoadsterist. You should link up with Lags on Discord or wherever they're chatting. Well, I'll definitely raid his channel afterwards. But crap time to jump between you and Lags, Alfredo. Yeah, no, definitely, what's it called? I'll definitely Definitely raid lags after the stream, but I don't know. I don't. It's hard for me to like talk on Discord and like separate streams and stuff. Cade, what's up, man? What does one get when one drinks a 9 p.m. cup of coffee? A firm yet familiar 1 a.m. erection. Oh my goodness, Cade. What's up, man? Good to see you. I hope all is well. Hope life's treating you as good as it should be. Let me try to think what I want to do. I need a lot more milestones in the 5-star featured. I need some milestones in the 4-star basic. I don't know if I'm gonna get the milestones in the 2-star arena this time around. I haven't been getting it in recent times at all, but yes, Angel, thank you very much for them 100 Mexican bucks. Appreciate it, man. Saying BGA kept pulling really bad champions this past few months, even a 6-star King Groot, but today finally broke the bad streak because I got Corvus and Mr. Sinister, both 5 stars. Dude, that's awesome, man. Some good pulls. Good stuff, especially that Corvus. Hold on, I need to see... I need to update the big old D, of course, but I need to see... pesos to dollars. Okay, there we go. Cool. Dude, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And yeah, man, congrats once again. Especially that Corvus. Sinister is pretty awesome too. I still think he has one of the coolest sets of animations in the game. Like, he's definitely up there for my favorite. Someone I forget about sometimes when we start talking about animations. But yeah. But dude, thank you again. I appreciate it, man. Hey Brian, please advice on farming units. Well, you're kind of looking at it. We hit the arena and we hit it hard. You do what you can. You can't. You certainly can't always get all the milestones. Even the hardcorest of the hardcore grinders can't do it all in this game at times. So you just do what you can. Whether that's a few milestones here and there, or if you are able to get a high number of milestones, you just kind of go at your own pace. Don't feel the need to try to race or keep up with just whatever's enjoyable for you. All right, I want to do this quest before I forget about it, and then we'll go back to the arena. Actually, that is going to be the game plan. Got to lurk mode and make my bed with the clean dry sheets and blanket. All right, man. Sounds good. Take off auto fight. BG Nick Fury destroys Mr. Fantastic. This event quest, my 440 4-star one, can one-shot him without needing the real Nick. Dang, that's pretty awesome at 440. Able to do that, huh? Good stuff. BG Rockboy just pulled Blade for the first time, and he's B-manning. Yeah, I remember him. I remember him talking about the day he pulls that Blade. He was gonna, he was gonna be whining about it. You know how I mentioned small chance of not being able to graduate this winter? That's been upped. Might have to retake one last class in spring semester. Half kicking myself for that stills. Star, I wouldn't kick yourself for it. I mean, I'm sure it's not what you wanted, but I mean, the fact that you're graduating is such a big accomplishment. Having it be, a semester late or something, I wouldn't sweat it too much. Again, I'm sure from like your perspective, that me saying that is not going to help. You probably are going to be kicking yourself, but still, like, think about the big picture. Think about, a few years from now, how it's going to be such an insignificant thing, and just how awesome it is that you are going to be graduating and all that. Happy G Legacy grinding now, live for Doom. Oh, I know. He's going for that 5-star Doom. And I wish the best of luck to him, man. I could not do the grind. Thought about it, but nope. I'm good. I'm kind of sad I pulled Blade. However, I did take Sentinel rank 5. Chicken tender. I was already aware that you pulled Blade. Because your crying about it was it was so intense that first off I felt your pain, and second I wanted to slap you in the face for complaining about pulling 5-star Blade. Some of us can't pull 5-star Blade, man. Yeah, preventable, but just been bummed about it for a whole weekend, so I have to get out of that state to finish the rest of classes. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, what's done is done, you know. Again, I'm sure it's going to sting for a bit, but get it out of your mind. Back to happier times. Focus on what you need to focus on. Sup, sissy boy? What's up, Dubes? Must be talking to someone else. How dare you? You're talking to me. What's up, BG? Just dropped my panini sandwich. Oh no, which was part of my only meal of the day. Ah, that's way worse than what Star was talking about, Kevin. Dropping a I mean, 5-second rule, dude. You gotta grab that sucker and just. It's a little dirt, little dust. Well, that's the big deal. Oh man. What's up, Dicer? Shark here, he's lurking about. He's in lurker mode. Hey BG, you little Nancy boy, what is with this stuff? First dubes, then curs? What's going on, man? What's with the insults? Unnecessary. But I'll trade you if you have a 5-star magic. I have a 565 undo magic, so I'll take that trade. Tom, sending over a buck. Tom, I appreciate that. Where is your last message? Ghost's abilities state when phasing opponent's attack, miss and all debuffs get changed to Furies. Hood synergies take no damage when phasing. How does that work if Ghost takes no damage without them? I'll explain that in just a second because we are under attack. Dun, 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 dun. She doesn't know what to do. What are we doing? Give me some cookies. Get her off my back. But Tom, thank you for the buck. So the way it works is it's damage dealing debuffs. Damage dealing debuffs are what, you know, gets converted. He could still take passive damage though. So yeah, if there's like a passive shock that cannot be shrugged off, the Hood synergy will prevent that. Also, that is not the only form of damage when phasing. It even works against special 3s, which I honestly don't think was intended by the devs. But that is the way that works. You are able to phase, and then when you get hit with a special 3, you take no damage. The reason I say that I don't think it was intended is because one of the conversations that we had at Comic-Con, it sounded that way of like it was an unexpected thing. Like they had something in mind for the interaction and didn't think special. It's not going to get changed. You know, it's already been in the game like that. It's going to stay in the game like that, I'm sure. But yeah, that is part of that ability. But I appreciate the buck, man. Hope that clears things up. God Game, am I saying that right? Send it over a buck. Thanks, man. Where is your last message at? Your last message is... Where's your last message? Let me see. Here we go. Yo, my boy got an account from a buddy, and he has Blade, Stark, Spidey, Namor, and 2 other 5 stars. Max and a lot of 6 stars, a few at rank 2. Are you trying to get your friend banned? Because that is a bannable offense. You're not really supposed to be getting accounts from other people. is against the terms of service that we all agreed to just by downloading this game and playing this game. So hey, congrats to your friend, but you might not want to say that stuff out loud. I mean, here's the thing too about that. If you get an account from your friend and stuff, it's not going to feel as satisfying, or getting an account from someone else. It's never going to feel as satisfying as getting the stuff yourself. It puts you in a rough spot. So I hope this doesn't happen to your friend either. But sometimes what I see is people will get an account from someone else, and it has these crazy high-level champions, and then the only way to progress is to do crazy difficult content, but you may not be ready for that content since you didn't kind of develop the skills from throughout playing the game. So it might seem real fun at first, but ends up not being much to do, I noticed, for those people. I appreciate the buck, man. And hey, I mean, I guess however your friend wants to have fun, that's it's his choice and all that, but I've seen it happen. BG season rewards got me a 6-star Sig 40. Oh no. 640 Kabam Mike. Is that Cyclops you're talking about then? A Sig 40 Kabam Mike. Also took King Groot to rank 4 for that Mysterio fight in 6.3.3. Hope the tier 2 alpha was worth it. Okay. Hey man, King Groot, you know how I feel about that guy already. I think he's cool as is. I mean, I want to take Man-Thing to rank 5. I'm gonna take him to rank 5 regardless. And the plan wasn't to rank him up before before my Legends run, and that's kind of still the plan, is to not do that. Because I don't think I have the resources to rank him up and the other champions that I need, and I could just get through that fight like with Corvus and just kind of burn my charges, quit the fight, pop a revive, go back in, burn the charges, rinse and repeat. It'll be annoying, but to save the rank up, I was thinking about doing that, but I forgot about all of the additional rewards that we get from the season, and like after kind of calculating how many catalysts I have, I might be able to rank up Man-Thing before my run. So we'll have to see. And yep, Red Cyclops, bummer, dude. That is a bummer. That is a bummer. What do you think of the Nexus PHC, and would you buy them if they made a 5-star one? So I think it's a great idea. I think it's an excellent idea. I love that there is RNG in this game, and everyone kind of has to play the hand they're dealt. I think it's a really cool aspect of the game. Everyone's account feels like their own, since we have all different champions. And of course there's some sharing in there, but the fact that our accounts are ours, I think that's a big deal. But we also hit a point in the game where there's just so many champions that selectively removing some of the RNG elements, or reducing them, I should say, because you're not removing them, you're just reducing them. It's in the store here, right? Yeah, these things right here. So I think it's a great idea. I do think I wish that they weren't purchasable, or that you had to like choose between a regular and a Nexus crystal though. What I would have preferred to see is that there are Nexus shards, and you get the Nexus shards, and they're just there's still the regular premium hero crystal shards, but then there's also the Nexus shards. Wait, hold on. What is this? I was a model for a website today. Not yours, of course, Brian, but for a coworker. Son of a... Alright, anyway. Yeah, because here's the thing. Here's the thing about the Nexus crystal, and I'm sure eventually we'll probably... Because it's 50% extra cost over the PHC, right? So can kind of assume, may not be right here, but we can kind of assume that would also put people, it would be like a different crystal to choose from, maybe at some point in time, or instead of a featured 5-star crystal, or like the same cost as a featured 5-star crystal, right? So 15,000 5-star shards if they decide to go that route. And the thing about that is it's a little bit of a trap. You know, of course, it does allow you to pick out some better champions, perhaps. Especially the Nexus Crystal, if it allows you to choose one of three champions, excuse me. But because of the additional cost, you also get a lot less ISO. You get a lot less gold as a result as well. And it can put players in a position where, yeah, maybe you're getting some more desirable champions, but you also can't rank them up. You can't afford the donations to get into Alliance Quest. There's a lot of other issues that come from it. So hopefully what Kabam does is, instead of allowing us to choose between a basic 5-star crystal and a Nexus crystal, is they just start adding 5-star Nexus shards or something to like the side quests, to the side quest for the month, like the Fantastic Invasion, or maybe make a Nexus crystal an option for playing dungeons, or a Nexus crystal an option for a Nexus crystal part of the rewards for an Alliance War season, stuff like that. They can introduce that in limiting ways so that it doesn't like totally replace the regular shards, but so that players don't have to make that choice where they could just end up screwing them over without realizing it. You could still end up picking between Ant-Man, Yellow Jacket, and Rhino. It's very true, but there is it's a good chance that even if you're just an arena grinder, you could say, hey, I'm missing one of these three, even if they're garbage. I'll take the new one. So it's a cool system. It's a cool system. I just think there's a little bit of a trap to it that most people don't realize. Most people, you know, like I made that comment in the Alliance chat, and Tater was saying, you know, most people don't open 5-star crystals looking for ISO, which is very true. You're looking for good champions. You're looking for new champions, right? You're looking to dupe some of your champions. This puts that more in your control. But that's just it, is most people aren't thinking about these things that happen. And that's why it is a little bit of a trap in a way. No, I don't mean that in like Kabam's trying to trap you. I mean, like, you're actively making this decision that you think is helping, and in a way it is, but it's also has a negative impact on you as well, on your account. It's a trade-off? Yeah, it's a big trade-off. A choice of 3 crap champs is still better than no choice at all and getting a crap champ. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Are you bumbling in the jungle and abyss, Brian? What's going on, my dude? Yeah, man, bumbling in that jungle and abyss. Of course, you know it. ABG just completed a pass through Variant 1. Got a rank 3 to rank 4 tech gem and awakened my 5-star Darkhawk. Is he worth taking a rank 4 for Alliance War defense and slowly put 6 stones into him in the meantime? Hold on. Just completed pass through Variant 1. 3 to 4 tech gem. Awakened 5-star Darkhawk. I would say so. Yeah, I think Darkhawk's amazing. The only real downside to him is that he's not going to feel as amazing until you get him to a higher sig level. He's still useful, and because you have a tech gem and it's not like you're burning, you know, the like tier 2 alpha that you may need to use elsewhere. Like if that's your best option right now, I think it's a good option. I think you should take him to rank 4. Yeah, you can slap him on defense. He's got powerful synergies. He has the immunities, of course, that the most important immunities in the game, bleed and poison. He's good in situations where you need a robot. All these things he's great for. Again, he just might not feel as strong until you get him to a higher sig level. As for how you should feed him the sigs, like if it should be slowly over time, or maybe hold on to your sigs a little bit, I'd maybe recommend holding on to your sigs and don't just feed him slowly over time. If you get to a point where you have a lot of sigs and you're liking Darkhawk and everything, then you could feed a bunch to him. But I would maybe not just trickle the sig stones into him. Just kind of play it slow, build up the stones first, then make that decision. But as far as like taking him to rank 4, I don't think that's a problem. I think yeah, you could do that without regret. Perth Without Skills sent it over 40 rupees. Thanks, man. Oh my god. And wait, I just noticed. Hold on. Before I get to that, how did I miss this? How did I miss this? I just looked at my little tracker thing. Backstreet Boys sent over $2. Oh no, and I see Lakers Bodyguard now. Sam Wagner, J. Beaver. Lakers Bodyguard, I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry. I don't know how I missed this. What the hell was I rambling about that I missed this? But Backstreet Boys sent over 2. Thanks, man. Which probably no relation. This has to be the official Backstreet Boys, and not Lakers Bodyguard. Saying, tell me why you didn't grind for Doom. Tell me why you will regret it soon. You will miss a great opportunity. I think that's how the song goes, right? P.S. Happy birthday. All right. There it is, the official Backstreet Boys. Watches the channel. That's awesome. Shout out to them. Thank you very much for the 2. I'm so sorry I missed it, man. I hate when I do that. I must have been distracted at the time. But alright, Perth Without Skills also sending over 40 rupees. Thank you very much, man. Saying BG Sig 85 Omega worthy to rank 4. Yes, worthy to rank 4, worthy to rank 5. If Kabam allows you to take that champion to rank 6, he will be worthy to rank 6 as well. Thank you very much for the rupees. Yeah, Omega Red is one of the best in the game. He's powerful even without suicides, but once you put on suicides, you unlock his true power, his true potential, and then, yeah, he's just one of the best in the game. Hands down. Thank you for the rupees. What's up, E-Manny? See, Main set a record for shortest duration in the Alliance. I did see that. I didn't know what that was about. Maybe just didn't like the vibe of the Alliance, I guess. But hey, man, happens, I guess. Better now than sometime down the road, I guess. Wait, hold on. Laura's saying you also missed my comment. I'm pretty sure I saw your comment. About the website? Or was there a different one? Oh, wait. It's not up yet, but the business is life coaching. So probably a cable video and the 3-star Stark Spidey cutoff. Oh, wow. That was the one I missed. Okay. Great. Chicken Tender sending over $1. Where are you at, man? Brian, so you know what? I'll trade you my 5-star blade for about 30-ish tier 5 tech ISO. And enough gold to take Sentinel from rank 5, level 54 to level 65. Well, I think I got both of those things. Sure, man. If you're willing to trade your 5-star blade for a little bit of ISO and gold, sure. We can make that happen. Sure. Wait, Storm Chaser, ABG, does Dr. Doom need to be awake and pull the 6-star today from the deal? Congrats. He does not need to be awakened. That is awesome, man. And then we have 10. Thank you very much, man. From Deus Ex. Saying, read last, please. Also, D me. Okay, will do. Thank you very much, dude. Let me see where your last one is. Last one is SS rank 3 can take him. Okay, one right before that. Good evening, BG. After studying your itemless run through 6.2, I decided what the F and did it today. Only spent units on Mordo boss, but now I face the terror of the champion. Do you think my unduped SS rank 3 can take him? Oof. I think it's technically possible, yes. But it's not really recommended, you know. You can boost up. You can boost, you know, I'm doing it with a rank 5, yeah. My rank 5 is unboosted, so you can technically boost up and gain some stats that way. But it's rough, man. I don't know if I'd recommend it. I would maybe wait until you can get that champion up to rank 4, perhaps, before taking the plunge. I mean, it's not like you get a title for clearing 6.2. You do get some rewards. Rewards are nice, but they're not that good, you know. So it might be worth waiting a bit. Taking that champion up to rank 4. Otherwise, like that champion fight, it's kind of fun when you get the fight down, but it's such an unforgiving fight at times. Especially the way that you can't kill him. You could be stuck at 10%, throwing revive after revive after revive. That yeah, it would not be fun. And allowing yourself to wait for that additional rank up, that's probably what I'd recommend doing. There's other champions besides Sim Supreme that can do that fight as well, if you wanted to look for other options. Or if you just want to really say what the F and go for it. Like I said, it is technically possible. Oh, come on, dude. This Gladiator Hulk. Did he really just kill me like that? It is technically possible and all. So, yeah, the choice is yours. But that is my advice. Don't go in there with a rank 3. Also, I've done the fight with 4 out of 5. With both 4 out of 5 and 5 out of 5 MD. And I will say that 5 out of 5 MD makes the fight significantly easier. So I keep that in mind as well. I don't know what level of MD, of Mystic Dispersion, that you could go in there with, but that is something to consider. I'm using a 565, 5 out of 5 Mystic Dispersion. If you go in there with anything less, it's just going to be a bit more difficult. Dude, thank you very much for the 10. Wish you the best of luck in whatever you decide to do, whether you want to go in there or wait a bit. Thank you very much for the very generous 10. Perthout Skills sending over another 100 rupees saying, BG, need your suggestions, Omega to rank 4 or undupe Domino to rank 5. Only one option I have. If you're not running Suicides, then just take Domino up to rank 5. If you are running Suicides, I would recommend going with Omega Red to rank 4, and then eventually taking Omega Red to rank 5. You'll sacrifice a little bit of power today by not having a rank 5, but if you're running Suicides, Omega Red is just, it's that important to have him ranked up. So, depends on your masteries, depends on your, your playstyle and all that, but that's what I'd recommend. Thank you very much for another 100 rupees. Appreciate it. BG opened a 6-star today, got Venom the Duck. Heard he is great, but I've never played with him before. Is he hard to play and go well with Suicides? He goes alright with Suicides, yeah. Hard to play? I wouldn't say hard to play. Different. Certainly different. And might take some getting used to. I'd recommend to not go overboard on gaining the healing buffs, and instead try your best to get power gain buffs. I can't go into it into like a full how to play Venom the Duck right now, just because it's a little. It'd just be better to have a visual representation. But yeah, just keep that in mind when you're playing the character. stack those. Stack the. You don't want to stack any one of his buffs too much, but power gain is most important, and yeah, you want like anywhere from 2 to 4 power gains in any given situation. Is Bloodstone 5-star worth to rank up? Elsa? I don't have Elsa of any level. I don't hear too many people saying good things about Elsa, but she may be worth ranking up. Some people do like her, I know that. Open one just to see. I chose between 3 2-stars. Max, Black Panther, Iron Patriot. Chose Black Panther simply because I needed the skill ISO. But my question is, will it always be 3 of the same star level, or will it have you choose between 2 2s and a 4-star? It lets you pick, I think, but it's weird. It's a bit weird in that way that it lets you pick different star levels. I feel like it should just have the same star level. I wonder how like the coding is for it. Because I can't imagine it allowing you to get that many additional 4-stars, as if like, you know, 3 champions and all 3 of them have a 3% chance of being a 4-star, something like that. I can't imagine that being the case. I imagine it's like there's a 3% chance for 1 of the 3 champions to be a 4-star. Is how I would imagine it would be, at least. So if that is the case, then why only have 1 option there? You know what I mean? But who knows? Maybe that's not the case, and maybe it is a 3% chance for all 3 to be a 4-star. Could very well be that way. I think it's 3 PhD outcomes. Pick one. Like, I don't know. Does it? What makes you say that? Like, is there anything that that makes you think that way, or is it just based off of like pure speculation? That's all I'm basing mine off of, is pure speculation. I just like thinking about it and think like, I don't know. Unless it says it in the description. Because if that is how it works, then I would think they would want to make that much more clear, because that is way more in the player's favor. So it would make it something you really want to advertise. Chicken Ted is sending over another buck. Thanks, man. Saying, oh, Ultron and Star-Lord are 455s. Forgot that part. Was there a part before that? Also on the for real. Can 565 Sentinel and Stark Spidey handle the Magneto variant thingy? I also have 6-star Punisher 2099. Forget all those guys. Forget all those dudes. Yeah, Sentinel and Stark Spidey. Yeah, they can handle it. You can stun lock with Stark Spidey, and you can deal crazy damage with Sentinel. Those 2 will crush it. As long as you're a bit prepared, you know what I mean? As long as you're ready for that type of challenge, they can handle it. Thank you for the buck. BG, I'm getting antsy sitting on 16 5s. Oh man, I hear you, dude. I'm all for hoarding, but it gets to a certain point when you have you're sitting on so many shards, you can open up so many crystals, and you're just like, oh god, I can't wait any longer. I need to pop these now. I need to pop these now. Get out of here, Rocket. BG, what's the minimum amount of units I should push for until Cyber Monday? I have 800 right now and usually only get 1 million in the 4-star basic arena. I'm uncollected at the moment. If you can get up to 1,000, that'll give you the option to pick up the first offer, more than likely, at least. Not that it should be an automatic buy. If it looks good to you, though, then yeah, 1,000 units is what it would take. Twitter, if haven't seen what a Nexus pop looks like. Let me see. Select 1 rewards. Yeah, 2-star, 2 3-stars. See, I see that, but that still makes me think, like, what are the odds for... Like, it pops up 3 champions. Totally get that. But there's nothing that tells you that, like, it's a 3% chance for each champion that pops up. I don't know. I mean, maybe they would have to disclose that stuff. Hold on. Let me. Says randomized in mail. Says multiverse results. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, either way, to be honest, although I think it's a great idea, like I said, I'm still not going to be getting any of these crystals. So, like, I don't care too much how it works, but I do want to know, like, if it's deceiving at all, I guess. You know, I want to know if it's set up in a way that it would kind of deceive players and make them think, hold on, click on this. Crystal peers into multiple dimensions to allow you to pick one of 3 randomized champions. Guarantees at least a 2-star champion with a rare chance of 3 and 4-star. I don't know, man. It's hard to say how it works. Because if it gives you 3 chances at a 4-star at a 3% rate, like that doesn't just make it like a little bit better than a PHC, you know? It makes it way, way, way better. Which might have been their intent, right? Like, as much as I like this game, and I do think Kabam, you know, I like some of the decisions they make, and you know, respect them as game developers and all that. There are sometimes some things in this game that are like a little fishy, you know what I mean? Feels like it's set up to not be the most clear of how things work, and don't always work in players' favors and stuff like that. That's all I'm thinking about here, is like little skeptical, you know what I mean? I would love it if maybe if this was announced on the forums, and maybe someone could ask that question on the forums if they had like an official response. If there's anything like that, just so I know, you know what I mean? All right, but anyway, Black Seraphim sending over 2. Thanks, dude. Saying BG at hospital, no insurance. Advice? Tell them. Sometimes they don't charge you as much if you don't have insurance. I don't know. I've definitely, I don't think I've been to a hospital without insurance, but I've definitely had doctor's visits or other type visits where you normally would have, you know, normally it's expected that you have insurance. And if you tell them, like, hey, you know, I don't have insurance, then maybe they can reduce the amount of things that they test, or just reduce the cost overall. Sometimes doctors are cool like that. Like, all right, you know, normally we bill the insurance company $1,000 for this one little thing. We're gonna bill you $80 for it, something like that, you know. Like sometimes it is that crazy of a difference. So, actual advice: tell them, be clear about it, and don't just tell like the person you're signing in with. Tell the doctor, tell everyone involved. Someone new walks in the room. Hey, what's up? My name's Dr. Jeff. Hey, Dr. Jeff. I don't have insurance. Just straight up. I don't have insurance. Help me, please. Make me feel better again. But also, I don't have insurance. All right. Let me get back to the arena here, though. Tell the hospital your name is Brian Grant, rich YouTuber. Yeah, there we go. Brian Grant, rich YouTuber, who earned millions from the content creator program. Living in a gated community because of it. Brian, I don't have insurance either. Oh wait, I'm in England and it's free. It's free in England, really? I know it's free some places. I didn't know England was one of those places. I know like Canada. I mean, maybe I just know Canada since they're the closest to us. I know their healthcare is free. Sir, you need to leave. Great advice. Well, they wouldn't kick you out. They're not going to kick you out of the hospital. They might not be able to reduce the cost, and they might just say, okay, you know, it's going to be extremely expensive. You know, maybe they'll tell you up front, like, listen, it's going to cost this much. ABG, how important would you rate Colossus's Awaken ability? Hard for me to rate it. I think he can get by without it, but it probably is a pretty nice ability to have. That's kind of my feelings towards it, but I haven't tested Unawakened versus Awakened. Still a little bit new, and the Awaken ability itself, it seems nice. It certainly seems nice. It gives him armor ups whenever his immunities would have prevented like damage to him or something like that, right? Something like or prevented something from applying. And one of the main reasons you're going to be using Colossus is because of how many immunities he has. But you can still gain armor ups for parries and stuff like that, so it's not like he's useless without the Awaken ability. Brian, literally every other major Western democracy has free healthcare, or at least it's paid for from taxes instead of our screwed up system of middlemen. Huh. Well, I was unaware of this. I'm going to make that my what's up phrase for here, bumbling the jungling. What do you think, BG? You ready for that rumbling? Sure, man. It's certainly unique. Tips for Cull Obsidian. Sell him. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't know much about Cull. He takes a lot of damage. He can dish out a lot of damage, but yeah, he takes a lot of damage, so not too many people end up using him in higher level content as a result, because he ends up costing a lot of resources to use. And I never really got a chance to test him out, so I don't know exactly how he works. I was traveling when his arena was on, I think. Or something was happening. Yeah, I think it was traveling. Basically, what you're saying is Stark, Sentinel, and then some synergies for them, or should I just bring tech backups? For Stark Spidey, you could bring the synergy that increases stun duration, then just throw some other tech champions on the team. And yeah, you can stun lock pretty easy that way. Get you through most of the fights. Sentinel, no synergies required. Yeah, just having other tech champions on the team would be nice. And you can get through most fights just with that type of setup. Stark Spidey, Sentinel, Miles Morales, 2 other random tech champs. You're good to go. BG, do you know whatever happened to the Nihilus buff that was supposed to go live? Well, they never announced exactly what the buff was going to be. And then after announcing a nerf to Cull's damage and all the feedback from the community and stuff like that, they said that they were going to delay any sort of balance updates until they can give us more information about those updates. And they said in December we should hear more. You know, a small percentage of the tax you pay goes to putting oxygen in the air. Gotta breathe. It's commonly called universal healthcare system. Got it. I for the most part, have not had health insurance in my life. I mean, I guess I shouldn't say that, because when I was a kid, I had, you know, I had health insurance from, you know, from my parents, having it for, you know, from their jobs and stuff. But as an adult, living on my own, I for the most part have not had health insurance. There were a number of years where I didn't have it. I think I recently got health coverage from, I think Laura has it or something. I don't know. It was incredibly expensive, man. It was incredibly expensive. It was like $150 per paycheck, or something like that. 150, 160 bucks, which, you know, we were barely affording to keep our apartment. Something like that. That would have sunk us. That would have been it. So, yeah, we just said, well, okay, cannot afford health insurance. We won't get it. So we did that, and then eventually we had to pay penalties because we didn't have health insurance, which that was pretty BS right there, man. having to pay. We're like, yeah, we can't afford this, and they were like, oh, okay. Well, now you owe us this amount of money because you couldn't afford health insurance. It's like, okay. But, I don't know. Whatever. It's not something I really think about too much. Do a contest collab with your wife. There is going to be a video that we do together somewhat soon here. Europe is not free. The way higher tax rates, longer wait times, also have way worse death rates in hospitals. They have way worse medical advancements. Also, it's a communist system. I think we're probably going beyond the scope of what we normally go on with this stream. I don't know enough about this stuff. Also, I gotta say, health insurance. It's not. It's. I don't know if I could find a less interesting thing to talk about. I know for some people it's probably interesting. But oh man. I don't know if I could think of something less interesting than thinking about healthcare systems and insurance policies and stuff like that. Like just hearing the term insurance policy, I want to fall asleep right now. like my brain instantly is just like, oh god, this is the worst part of being an adult. You know what my biggest fear is? My biggest fear is being in a hospital. Biggest fear is being in a hospital for a couple of reasons. Number one, you don't really know what's going on. Your life could be at stake, you know. They might hit you with some real bad news. You got some kind of terminal illness, something like that. We got to remove a part of your body. Off with the foot, right? It's real bad. But that's not the worst part. The worst part of it is all the paperwork. That's my biggest fear, is having to do that amount of paperwork. But Orange Juice sending over $1. Thanks, man. Saying, so Timothy, I'll soon have a decision to make after I finish Labyrinth. Save the generic Awakening Gem for Omega Red, who I don't currently have, or use it on Captain Sparkles, who I do have. Thoughts? Save the generic Awakening Gem for Omega Red, who I don't currently have, or use it on Captain Sparkles, who I do have. Thoughts? I'm not the best person to answer this question, Orange Juice, only because I still do not know how important Captain Sparkle's Awakening ability is. I've heard that it's good, and that it may be important to have to play Captain Marvel, but I don't know. I also see a bunch of videos with Captain Marvel where it doesn't seem like her Awakening ability was even remotely a factor to what happened in the fight. So I don't know if she's worth a generic Awakening Gem or not. Really hard for me to say. It's I can say it'd be less impactful, or at least I would think, than someone like Omega Reds, who Omega Red pretty much needs the Awaken ability. He doesn't need it in every situation, but man, it's a really big difference between having it and not having it for Omega Red. But as far as if you should continue saving or not, I don't know. Really don't know. Like, if you awaken Captain Sparkles, even if the Awaken ability doesn't come into play every single fight, even if it just helps you save resources in some fights, then it may be worth it. May be justified if it can help you save units, and then you could take those saved units, allow you to pick up some of the other additional offers out there. Even if those offers don't contain another generic Awakening Gem, even if it just gives you more shards, so you're opening up more crystals, and maybe you could awaken champions that way, or things like that, then it could be worth it for your overall progression. But I'll tell you this much. I probably would not give her the generic Awakening Gem, but again, that's coming from a place of inexperience. So I'd recommend asking some other people. Actually, Legacy is streaming right now, and Legacy has Captain Sparkles. Can probably answer that question better than I can. If you're able to ask him that. Thank you for the $1. Wish I can give you a more solid answer, but that's my thoughts on it. BG, her Awaken ability only gives her Indestructible. Mine at rank 5, Sig 106, gives her Indestructible for 11 seconds with a cooldown of 42 seconds. Kind of worth it, maybe. See, it sounds good, but hold on a second. Let me go to my 4-star. Let me read the exact description here. While Binary Ignition is active, Captain Marvel gains an indestructible buff for blah 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 seconds. The ability can be activated again after that cooldown. The indestructible buff and half of Captain Marvel's energy charges are removed when struck by a special attack. See, that's the part that gets me, is like, okay, you get hit by a special attack. That's one of the biggest reasons why you'd want the indestructible charges. That, I think it does allow you to eat a special 3 though, right? Is that the best reason for it? It's just that you can eat a special 3? I mean, okay. It also is certainly nice that it gives you that safety where you slip up, you eat a combo, man, you're indestructible. It's awesome. But I don't know. I'd give her a class gem, but not generic. See, I think I would agree with that, Donut Cop. And I mean, of course, you know, if you have other gem types, then sometimes the generic isn't as valuable to you Because you can already awaken most of the other class types if you have a lot of gems. But, let's say you don't have many rank or awakening gems. You're sitting on maybe 1 or 2 for other random class types. And that generic is super important. You can tank it, but then lose the invuln. As an ability helps specifically for the stupid 6.2.2 Sinister, to be honest. I could see it helping for that. I mean, that Sinister fight is crazy tough. I could see it helping. I could see it helping in a bunch of situations, but I don't know. And like I said, I don't have the experience. Maybe there's situations I'm not thinking of. I still barely know how this champion works at a basic level. So, gonna miss Heisey? Dreaming I am gonna miss Heisey. Yeah, man. Think I'd do mine finally a month ago. Yeah, I mean, she's someone I would love to pull as a 5-star. She is extremely powerful. I know she's very powerful. Wait, hold on. Grab Angie over here. Specials launched while invuln equals take no recoil. Ooh. Ooh, that's nice. Ooh, that's very nice. Take no recoil damage. I like the sound of that. If you want her as a 5-star, then pull her. Oh. Alright. That makes a lot of sense, Dreamin'. Sure. I'll give that a try. Thanks for the advice. Do you ever think the Deadpool X-Force will get put on the buff list that we can vote on, since it's so bad it's almost a joke? Maybe at some point I could see it happening. Maybe some of these for some of these champions, I wonder if they have bigger plans, and maybe that's why they're not on the buff list. Also, that Deadpool, he's not available as a 5-star, so I imagine that's why he hasn't made any of these lists as well. But he is pretty bad. But like, let's say maybe they have plans around like a Deadpool event that they would buff him or something. Who knows? You're welcome. Okay, out of wisdom, time to sleep. All right, Dream. Have a good night, dude. When will the special gold arenas be coming? I'm not sure. Have they announced that stuff already? I had to resubscribe just now. YouTube is always acting up. Yeah, that's weird, man. I've had that happen before myself, where you're subscribed to a channel and then you go to that channel and it's like, wait a minute, it says I'm not subscribed. What the? That hasn't happened to me in a long time, or at least not that I know of. Maybe there's channels that I just think haven't been uploading videos, and really they are uploading videos. Beat Domino using Captain Marvel very easily. Domino's attack actually gives her energy charges. She's better than Domino. Okay. Is that in response to someone else's comment, I guess? I don't know. I don't think we were comparing Domino and Captain Marvel. At least I wasn't. I would rather have her than Domino myself, so I agree with you. But yeah. Alright. I'm trying to think if I should continue on in this arena or not, and I'm kind of leaning towards getting that 10.5 million milestone and then popping over to the 4-star basic, actually. Is 7.5 mil enough for the 1,000 5-star charts these days? Yeah, Justin, it is. Yep. What job do you do? Well, if we're talking about if we're talking about like what, because I have multiple jobs. If we're talking about what gives me the biggest income, then I'm actually a Sherpa. A little bit of a mountain man tour guide of sorts. That is the right word, right? For some reason, I'm thinking I messed that up.
Sherpa.
A member of a Himalayan people living on the borders of Nepal and Tibet, renowned for their skill in mountaineering. Yeah, that's what I am. He's a door-to-door banana salesman. That too. Yeah, I can totally see you carrying heavy things up mountains. Thank you, Abdo. Appreciate that. What does Captain Marvel have for utility? Domino's utility is off the charts, plus Domino's damage is so insane. Are they really comparable? Yeah, oh yeah. I don't know if you've seen how much damage Captain Marvel can do in her binary mode and her special 2 and stuff like that. It's kind of nutty. I would also say that Captain Marvel, just by the fact that she has poison immunity and the ability to gain a fury, makes her utility better than Domino's. More impactful, more important, I would say. In the future, there could certainly be situations where maybe you needed Domino's utility more. But I don't think she has a ton. I don't think Domino's utility is through the roof. I don't think Domino has... I think that's one of the things that she lacks. Is she has damage. Yep. With synergies, she has different damage type, which is great. She can shrug off bleeds. She can make any ability fail, which is super annoying when you're fighting against Domino, but it's not reliable enough when you're playing as Domino. So yeah, I would say Captain Marvel wins out on utility. Damage-wise, they're probably comparable. I don't know exactly who wins the damage thing, but I would certainly personally prefer a Captain Marvel. UG, wish you could show, but sent a video of my Sparkles versus Infinity Man on aggressive armor node. Took him down just over 30 seconds. Is that in War, I think? Yeah, this is War. Yeah, that's another thing that she has. She has armor break, right? Just thinking about when I originally tested her myself against Infinity Man, I remember seeing armor break being nice. Watching the video right now. Yep, okay, there's some armor break. Oh yeah, oh that damage. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, she's got the damage. Yeah, I wish I could put this on screen too right now. Yeah, her damage is there. Yep. It is there and then some. That's pretty awesome. Man, this is like 2 nights in a row that I'm crapping on Domino. Was it last night that I was crapping on Domino, or was that 2 nights ago? Now I can't even remember, man. But 2 times in recent history, crapping on Domino a bit. Like, she's a good champion. I don't want anybody to get the wrong idea where I think Domino is a bad champion. She's a good champion. But, man, you give me the choice to have Domino or Captain America, or not Captain America. Domino or Captain Sparkles, Captain Marvel. I'm going to choose Captain Marvel every time. Or Colossus or Domino. I'm going to choose Colossus every time there, too. All good. You're free to be horribly wrong. All right. As long as I'm free to be horribly wrong. Also last night, BG. What? So it was last night. Yeah, I can't remember. I mean, Hell, there was probably 3 days where I was crapping on her. Heisenberg! Oh, man. Heisenberg. Saying, live free or die. Thanks for everything, BG. Ah. This message makes me sad, dude. You're going to be missed, man. You're going to be really missed. Hey, you still got that hat, though, right? That hat is going to have all the memories in the world, man. But Heisenberg. Sending over 15 bucks. Thank you, dude. But yeah, man. You're definitely going to be missed around here. Heisenberg he recently decided to retire, at least from for Loki. I mean, it's for a good reason, at least, though. It's, you know, with that job, I mean, at least it seems like that job is a better job and all that. Sometimes being busy with work and all that, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Seems like it's good, though. What would be a bad reason? Oh, there's plenty of bad reasons. Like something comes up in life that is devastating instead of something positive. But I would consider, you know, being busy with work a good thing for the most part. But yeah. Thank you, Heisey. Appreciate the support over the years, man. BG, how would you buff Hulkbuster? I don't know. You know, I never really thought about buffing Hulk. Well, maybe... I think we did talk about it one night, but I haven't really put much thought into how to buff Hulkbuster, to be honest. I don't know. I mean, the way Hulkbuster works is the more you hit him, the stronger he gets, I think, right? Something like that. So they'd probably have to play into that style of abilities. Don't really know. Before Loki loses so many people. Yeah. It's typical, man. I mean, I know you've seen it before you left. I know you've already seen it. There's a lot of people that stay with For Loki for a long time. But there's also people that, you know, it's pretty hardcore at times. And yeah, it's only so long you could keep that up. Man, I'm gonna work on it again tonight. My video idea for revamping Alliance Wars to hopefully reduce some of that crazy hardcoreness in the game, make people enjoy the game mode a lot more. Maybe more people can stay with the game, stay with the Alliance. Be the best of both worlds. Allow people to enjoy it instead of having to quit it. Or takes severely reduced amounts of it, type of thing. Strains of War get to most sooner or later. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. There's people who get bounced quickly and have to settle for half as much Loki. Yeah. What's up, Quick Shot? What's up, Sohabe? PG, you think Kabam rebuffing Doctor Strange back to his pre-12.0 state would be considered overpowered in today's state of the game? Or do you think it'd be better to just rework him instead? At this point, it might be better just to even come out with another version of Doctor Strange altogether. It wouldn't make him overpowered. No, he wasn't really overpowered. I mean, he was strong back before 12.0. And maybe he was slightly overpowered, but it wasn't like game-breakingly so. He was just powerful and very popular because people enjoyed his play style, and because he was strong. You know, he was stronger than the average champion for sure. But I mean, he's got nothing on some of the crazy champions that we have available today. One thing that I've always thought about Doctor Strange, though, is if you did return him to his old state where he had the faster power gain, it would feel better offensively, but it would make Doctor Strange significantly more difficult to fight against. And I always thought maybe that was one of the reasons why they reduced his power gain rate, because gaining a bar of power every 7 seconds versus every 9 seconds, that's a big deal when you're fighting against him. And for a new player, you might be thinking like, man, how do I even stop this? How do I stop this guy's power gain? He's just constantly gaining power, and it could feel really unfair at times. So if they did ever want to return him to his previous state, I think they would have to do it in a way that didn't make him more difficult to fight against. Meaning they would have to They would have to do it with a unique synergy, basically, or perhaps some other way of customizing them, which there are other ways that it can be done. But yeah, it would have to be something that you had control over, but when you fight him in a quest, he doesn't gain that benefit. Wouldn't say he was OP, just so well-rounded that there wasn't a reason to not use Doctor Strange. Yeah, and it was a time before there were so many different other types of damage. There weren't a ton of poison and bleed nodes. I mean, they certainly existed, especially in Alliance Quest. You had lanes and paths that you needed immunity champions, but nowhere near the level that we have in like Act 6 and stuff, where you really need certain types of immunities, it feels, for a champion to be considered powerful. But Lance Bomber sent it over too. Lance, thank you very much. Saying, what's the best rotation when using Thing in Variant 2? Lance, I wish I could tell you, man. Hate to say it, but I've never played Thing that way, where you have a bunch of synergies backing them up, and the best way to approach that play style and all that. The way I play Thing is without any synergies in Alliance War, and that's an entirely different ballgame. So I hate to say it, man, but I really don't have much to help here. I'm sure there are some videos and content out there that demonstrates how to use them effectively in Variant 2, but I've never even done it myself, so really can't be of much help here. Sorry, man. I appreciate the 2, but yeah, I got nothing for you, really. Going back to Doctor Strange, there was a the way he gained power naturally. It is an extremely powerful tool. So there was like a certain level of overpoweredness to that. But yeah, still, again, compared to all the abilities that these newer characters have, it's a different level. Chris Carnage sending over to saying, any tips on how to beat Variant 3 1.1 Korg without Ghost? Variant 3 1.1 Korg. I could take a look. I'm not sure what that Korg has. I don't remember that Korg. Variant 3 1.1. Give me a sec. We'll go take a look. BG, to me, the 9-second Doctor Strange power gain was not that bad. It was a nerf of his regen that hurt the most. You think so? I mean, the nerf to the regen definitely hurt. But to me, I actually like the power gain Like, the nerf to the regen hurt, but the nerf to the power gain, it made it feel really bad. Like, that, it made it feel way worse to me than anything. But I mean, they both of those things combined is what happened. And what playstyle to use your thing in war? Lance, in war, I parry a few times to start out the fight and give myself rock stacks. And then I use my specials to convert the rock stacks to furies. And depending on the node that I'm using him against, sometimes I use him against... actually, most frequently, I use him against the Aegis Heavy node, where you have to hit the enemy with a heavy attack a few times before you can deal any damage. And what I'll do is I'll gain 15 rock stacks, and then I'll load up a heavy. And when the enemy hits you, when you have 15 rock stacks, it makes you go unstoppable. So you're able to launch that heavy and get the damage in that way. So, yeah, I do a combination of both those things. I do that to get the heavy hits in, and then once the indestructible is removed, I just make sure that I have, 15 to 20 rock stacks, and then I typically use special 2s. Using a special 3 is also great. Sometimes my first special will be a special 3, and then I'll use special 2s from there. You can just keep parrying and converting 5 Furies each time. That's only with the synergy, right, Dubes? I think that's only with Torch synergy, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, hold on. Variant 3, 1.1 Korg is what we're looking at now, though. Let's go take a look. Wait a minute. Oh, no, okay. I was like, why can't I join? That's variant 1. Duh. Variant 3, 1.1. I wish they were put in order. I don't know. I guess they have it ordered in terms of difficulty, kind of. But yeah. Anyway. 1.1. And Korg. Here we go. Okay, so he's got Spectre. Oh, wait, no, wait. That's the... Oh, no, okay, incoming nodes, yeah. He's got Spectre, Debilitate, and Stun Immunity. I'm almost positive I took this fight with Omega Red, if I had to guess. Omega Red's just such a good counter against Korg in general. That even though he's not a tech champion, he'll still get the job done. Namor can probably get the job done just as well. The Spectre part of it is annoying because, of course, that makes your healing get reversed. So yeah, you are going to take some damage throughout the fight just from that. Even just having willpower is going to help. Is going to make you lose that health. And of course, stun immunity is annoying to play around, but basically just, half the time I'm not really stunning Korg anyway. Half the time I'm blocking, baiting out a heavy attack, and that's how I get my opening. Regardless of what champion I'm playing, just because I don't want the parry stun to get shrugged off and converted to an additional rock stack. I mean, with Omega Red, it's a little different because once I get enough spores, then I can parry stun and he doesn't shrug it off. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of an annoying fight because yeah, unless you have Ghost to get those easy ins, you probably will be using different class type champions. Although now that I say that, there's probably other tech champions that can still get the job done. I mean, Sentinel is probably does all right in this fight. Korg's rock stacks, I know they work off of physical damage. If you're able to put Sentinel and Emma on the team together, then Sentinel actually gains some physical resistance as well to help reduce that damage. I don't know. But I ended up I ended up using Omega Red myself and just playing it kind of the normal way, except it just takes a little bit longer since you don't deal as much damage. And again, I know like someone like Namor would work as well. I know some people like to use Quake against Korg. Does Quake work at all? Can't remember if some of the globals interact with it in a bad way. Or if anyone else wants to throw out any advice on champions to use, feel free, because Chris might not have Omega or Namor. But anyway, yeah, that's what I ended up doing. Human Torch, Havoc. Is that Sim Supreme? Doctor Strange? Oh, I guess Sim Supreme because of the energy-based attacks. Yeah, yeah, that's true too. Yeah, just champions that have energy-based attacks in general are good as well. Forgot about that. Havoc maybe? Is Havoc good for it? Warlock can easily beat this Korg? Okay. Alright, I'm gonna get out of here. Go back to the arena. Dormammu, don't take Korg back damage? Yeah, Dormammu doesn't. Korg can actually parry Korg to death with a synergy. There you go. Brian, should I rank 4 King Groot for Acid Wash Mysterio? I don't know, Pete. Do you think it'd be faster than just going in there and dealing with the 90% reduced damage? Maybe it'd be faster. But I'm also considering just saying, well, I'm going to do 90% less damage. I'll use up my Corvus charges, and once they're gone, I'll just exit, quit the fight, pop a revive, and go back in, do the same thing. That's kind of what I'm thinking. It's 90% reduced equals 3 million HP. So it's a labyrinth fight. You can get that done pretty quick. 5 minutes. What's 5 minutes? How many times do you have to go through that fight? Just one time? Pete, I've seen you do that fight with Ghost in 5 minutes. I'm sure you'll be fine. Yeah, I don't know. And technically, would it be better or worse than a Labyrinth fight? Because in Labyrinth, your damage is capped, and you could still get through it in... I mean, actually, I don't know. How long does it take you to get through Star-Lord? Because the damage is capped in Labyrinth, right? If the damage wasn't capped, then you'd get through that Labyrinth fight faster. So because the damage won't be capped in this quest, it should technically be faster than a Labyrinth fight. But of course, Star-Lord is way easier than someone like Mysterio. So Mysterio, that adds to it. And then you're also going to be boosted. You're going to be max boosted. 6 minutes for Labyrinth Star-Lord? Okay. So yeah, you'll be max boosted, and there is no damage cap. So yeah, it's going to be annoying, but Mysterio would be putting poisons on me. Oh, so that's even better, right? Getting Furies? Yeah, there you go. It'll be long. Mysterio's L1 stops you from hitting him. His L2 stops you from hitting him and drains your power. Well, not with Ghost, right? Because you can't miss with Ghost. Off of the first attack, at least. You are going to lose power, but if you can get him, if you can push him to L2s, it's definitely going to be a long and annoying fight, for sure. But I have a feeling that fight would take quite a while with a rank 4. Oh, you can miss. Oh, you can miss, you just can't evade. Oh, whoops. Well, rip that idea. But, yeah, I don't know. I imagine that fight would take a pretty long time with King Groot as well. Because think about King Groot. First off, you have to get an armor break on him, which that won't take very long. Second, you have to have a poison up, which you don't have 100% uptime on your poison with King Groot. So, I mean, what's the time difference is what I'm trying to get at with a rank 4 King Groot versus rank 5 Ghost. I imagine King Groot would probably still be faster, but maybe marginally so. What are you going to save? A minute by taking King Groot up? I gotta look more into Man-Thing. I don't know if I'm gonna be using Man-Thing for that fight. I don't know if I could rank him up. He's definitely not top priority. He's one of my top priorities after 6.3, but if I can rank up another champion that would help me with a boss that I have to repeatedly go through or an entire lane or something like that, that's gonna be way more impactful when it comes to ranking up a champion for 6.3. Are 5-star vision deals completely random, or is there a specific time or a month? No, it's random. I mean, random to us at least. Kabam, they might have ideas of when they bring that deal back, but for us, we have no advanced warning or anything really. Can a ramped Aegon take that Mysterio? Not quickly. But he can probably take him. Practice on Acid Wash / Caustic Temper, both with Ghost, and a rank 4 who rarely gets Fury. Would be an okay analog, is that what that is? Yeah. That's a good way of thinking about it. Good way to test it out a bit. Who did Lags use? I don't think I saw him do that fight. I'm not sure. I don't think I saw him do that fight either. He might have used Corvus when the boost was extra boosty. I'm not entirely sure though. When do you think the first rank 3 6-star will be out? Somebody could get it right now. Maybe after Cyber Monday, though. If there's any Tier 5 class catalysts or something. But it's already possible for someone to have a rank 3 6-star. Hello, man. No teen, no kid. How you doing? When is Warlock? When will Warlock be in the 5-star basic and 6-star basic pool? The 6-star basic pool, he's not going to be there for a little while still. 6-star, he's just been added to the featured, I believe, right? So we got like 3 months on that. The basic, I think he's coming to the basic pretty soon. I don't have an exact date for you though. Sorry, man. Damn, I said I was going to leave this arena once I got to 10.5, didn't I? I guess I'm going to finish it. I'll go to 12, but I don't think I'm going to go beyond 12. I'll just get the final units, final milestone, and say 1,000 5-star shards. Good enough. Oh, code saying 13 days, 12 to 13 days for the 5-star to be added to the basic. There you go. BG, what would a Cyber Monday have to be for you to not pick it up? What would you do with your units if you didn't get it? Well, there's a lot of things that it's more of like what would it have to be for me to pick it up? than for it to not be. There's a lot of garbage that I wouldn't consider worth 15,000 units. I'm mostly interested in rank up materials more than anything. So let's say it was like just shards. Even a large quantity of shards, I would maybe consider saving my units. Or if it was like if they valued a 6-star awakening gem so highly that that's all it was for like the final 10k units, well, I would pass on that. But I don't expect that to be the case. I expect there to be catalyst, because there normally is catalyst. Probably a good mix of catalyst shards and sig stones. Maybe a rank up gem, maybe an awakening gem. All these different things. I'll have to evaluate it. It's definitely not an automatic buy just because Cyber Monday is coming around. But I'm assuming, based on what we got for 4th of July, if they just had even that same exact offer, I would buy it again. And I'm expecting that it's either going to be... I don't expect it to be identical. I expect it to either have a very similar value, but maybe just some things kind of swapped around, you know? Add a catalyst, remove some shards, or other way around, and add some shards, remove some catalysts, things like that, right? But a pretty comparable offer, or an even slightly better offer, just because, you know, some time has gone by. It's been, you know, that was well, not exactly 6 months ago, but, you know. Aunt May shows release for basic pool. Oh, okay. Good old Aunt May. It's got it all. And as far as what I would spend my units on if I didn't get the offer, well, I would just save it for future offers. And yeah. What was the July 4th offer again? Just a solid assortment of shards, catalysts, and sig stones. You then got to choose between what was it? It was the final offer had 2 tier 5 basic and I think it was like 2 tier 5 basic, 100 generic sig stones, something like that. Like that was one side of it, part of one side of it, and then the other option was like a random 4 to 5 rank up gem, not generic sig stones, I think, but it came with a generic awakening gem, something like that, or yeah, something like that. I don't remember. I don't know, man. I'm the worst person to ask about this stuff. I could tell you about it for about a day. And after that day has passed, and after I'm done evaluating if it was worth it or not, it's out of here, man. I like to think that my brain is just so efficient in that way that it's like, oh, you don't need this information anymore. We can just get rid of it. But the reality is I just have a very bad memory. and I don't remember half this stuff. How much do you think Red Skull will go for in the 5-star arena tomorrow? Not a whole lot. Maybe 25 to 30 mil. Reached over 7k units. Hopefully I'll have enough before Cyber Monday. Good luck. Hope you got enough. Should be. I'm expecting it to be a good offer. I think now that they've adopted this system of giving out offers based on your progression in the game, based on the titles that you have, I don't expect to see bad offers anymore on 4th of July or in Cyber Monday. I expect them to be good every single time. I think the reason why in the past sometimes the offers didn't feel quite worth it is because they were making this offer to everybody in the game, so they kind of had to average things out and You know, I mean, because if you give a 6-star to somebody who just started the game, they're gonna quit the game. Give them a 6-star on day one. They just download the game and they're like, oh, cool. Everyone's saying this is a good offer. Okay, well, I'll get it. This is gonna give me the craziest progression ever. I'll be able to dominate the game. But then you dominate the game so hard that nothing else matters. None of the crystals that you get from Acts 1, 2, 3, 4, none of this stuff matters at all. You're just playing the game and not getting any sense of growth in your account. And everything's too easy. And then you hit a point where it quickly goes from being too easy to too difficult because you've just been hitting the auto fight button to get through these quests. Where then eventually hit a point where auto fight doesn't work anymore. So you don't have the skills, and yeah, the game just wouldn't feel very good overall. It'd be a horrible system. But now that they can tailor what you can get based on your progression, it's a big game changer. Awakening Gem, rank up gem, 10 tier 1 alpha gold, or 2 tier 5 basic, 10 tier 1 alpha, 15k 6-star shards. Oh, that's right, it was the 6-star shards, and a lot of people wanted the 6-star shards over the awakening gem. Yeah, I remember that now. A lot of people thought those were more valuable. Wait, what about there was 6 stones somewhere in there too, I thought, though, right? Wasn't there like 106? Wait, Andor had 20x plus 5 generic stones. Okay, yeah, that's right. I also remember people were valuing the 2 tier 5 basics over the random class type rank up gem, which to me is just craziness. Like the extra tier 2 alpha that you get out of that rank up gem. Holy crap. That's such a huge deal. Tier 2 alpha, man, they're important. I need way more tier 2 alpha at the moment. I need to rank up champions of every class type. It doesn't matter. Give me a random one. We get, you know, I could if I don't get the class type that I need right now, that's fine. I'll get generic stuff from Alliance Quest and War and stuff like that, but just give me more resources for the same cost. Even if it's random, don't care. BG had a 5-star hood at level 23 from a special crystal a while ago, and it breezed me through acts 1 through 4, so yeah, no other characters matter. Yeah, I could see that, man. I could see that happening. Definitely see that happening. And it probably felt really cool at first, but and it also probably felt like the game just wasn't as interesting as it could be, you know? Which is not always easy to see in the moment. Because you like might not have something to compare it to if no frame of reference. If that was your second account, let's say, and the reason why you wanted to start over was to kind of relive that experience, and on the second account you get something initially like that, then you might think like, oh man, I mean, this is cool, I should be happy about this, but it also just kind of crushed that early game, you know, all that progression. Guys, why doesn't PI of team increase with Annihilus synergy with Fantastic Four? I thought when you add a synergy, the rating increase a bit based on type boost from synergy. It says increase crit. I don't know. Normally synergies do increase the rating a little bit, yeah. Sometimes if a champion is not affected by that synergy, they don't get increased. Could that be part of it? Does Annihilus have like a solo synergy or something? I remember looking at analysis synergies at one point thinking these synergies sucked. Oh no, it's for everybody. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. This is still a question mark? They're coming soon? Are they gonna have to fix that in a future update or something? Because I thought Doom, he doesn't work like that, right? Doom, it shows Reed Richards. Yeah, it shows him. Interesting. Or Mr. Fantastic, whatever. Man. Yeah, like the guy from Comic Storian said he made an account, pulled 4-star jugs, wrecked everything, got bored, quit. Yep, exactly. Exactly, man. It's man. It's hard to, I think just in general, talking broadly here about all games, not just Marvel Contest of Champions. When talking about any game, I think it's really hard to get people interested in your game. You know, you might have something that draws people in, like, hey, this is a Marvel game, so of course someone who is a fan of Marvel might be interested enough to check it out. But there are so many other games and so many other forms of entertainment that catches our attention, you know. If the initial experience that you're having is not a very good one, something else is gonna pull you in. You know, you're gonna be quick to exit whatever you're doing, and just move on. You know, might be Silver Surfer. You think it's Silver Surfer? I mean, it looked like it was the rest of the Fantastic Four there, but yeah, I guess you're right. It doesn't have to be Mr. Fantastic. BG's on a first name basis with Mr. Fantastic. The name Mr. Fantastic, to be honest, I don't really like it. Mr. Fantastic sounds like a guy who stares at himself in the mirror all day. You know. Not that going to the gym is a bad thing, but the type of person that goes to the gym way too much, like that's their, you know, and just like is totally in love with himself and Mr. Pompous. Am I right? Yeah, exactly. Might as well be Mr. Pompous. So I don't know, like, I'd rather just say Reed Richards, you know. To you, he probably sounded like a Billy Mays ShamWow commercial guy. Oh, no way, dude. I love those guys. Billy Mays here. These guys are awesome, man. Billy Mays, R.I.P. That's what you call your sister's conceited boyfriend? Yeah, there you go. It's a terrible name. It's a terrible name. Like, I understand they're the Fantastic Four. And he, you know, he's the, like it works because they're the Fantastic Four, but otherwise, he's Reed Richards to me, you know? Like, can you imagine knowing somebody in real life, and their name is, I don't know, man. I guess we'll use myself as an example, right? My name is Brian Grant. But you can call me Mr. Fantastic. Immediately. Immediately, I would hate that person. I would hate myself for trying to get people to call me Mr. Fantastic. Hey, you guys can call me Mr. Fantastic. What? Are you serious, dude? Get the hell out of here. But Jack almost sending over. Hopefully I didn't mess up your last name there. Jack sending over 5 of them Australian bucks. Thanks, dude. Give me a sec. Hopefully this guy doesn't kill me. Okay, good. Saying, hey BG, just showing some support, mates. I heard it was your birthday. He. Jack, thank you very much for the 5. You were misinformed about it being my birthday. I don't know who would have told you such a damnable lie. But thank you very much, dude. I really do appreciate the support, man. I appreciate the 5. Thank you very much. It really has been almost an entire year of it being my birthday. Which also means, oh man, yeah, I really need to get to the DMV. I need this updated license sooner rather than later. But yeah, dude, thank you again. It does abbreviate to MF. It is a good abbreviation. Gotta give it that, yeah. A lot of villain and super names are just lazy. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they definitely are. I mean, Superman, you know. Basically anything where you attach man afterwards. But it's I don't know. There's something about it that like I kind of just accept that's how it is, and almost like kind of like it in a way, you know. Like if I were to create a superhero, I definitely wouldn't have them be man unless I was just trying to like kind of poke fun at the whole superhero thing. But I don't know. There's something about it, like a certain level of cheesiness that I like. At this point, I almost regret telling everyone to troll you about your birthday for the entire month of February on every day that wasn't your birthday. Almost. Thanks, Arnabdo. Man Thing. Leave that right there. Hey, Man Thing. That's a totally original name. Okay. Says the guy who calls himself Banana Man. Scoff. Hey, I don't really call myself the Banana Man. Other people called me the Banana Man. Alright? And I accepted it because it's different, okay? It's different, alright? It's different when it's about bananas. And about me. Brian, you like The Boys on Amazon Prime? I know it's a superhero show, right? I haven't seen it, but I think Laura watched it. And I remember seeing like a few minutes of one of the episodes. They were on a plane, and I guess I don't want to say what happens because, you know, hasn't been out that long. I don't think. Don't want to spoil it, but yeah, they were on a plane. And I saw that that scene of what happened for those people that have watched it. Come on, Mega Man games were great and everything was just something followed by man. That's true, yeah. They had Dust Man. Like his dust was his power. Super jerk, not superhero. That's what I would say about Mr. Fantastic. With a name like that. What a super jerk. Oh, come on, dude. Mephisto, can you get off my back already? Oh, God. Get out of here, dude. But yeah, I guess because I don't, what's it called? Just because I'm not into TV shows that much, I didn't really have any interest in watching that show. It does seem like a good show, well-made show and all that. Interesting idea to it and all. But it's so hard for me to get into any show at all that I don't think I'll check it out. But who knows? Maybe one day during a featured grind, I'll be looking for something to keep me distracted, keep me sane while putting up 80 million for some champion down the road, and maybe I'll check it out. Do you play on tablet or phone? I play on phone. Playing on tablet always feels a little bit weird for me. The only time I've ever played on a tablet is at Comic-Con. And yeah, it always just feels weird. Playing on a phone feels like the perfect size. On a tablet, it's too large. Even though I know some people like it. BG, do you think Silver Surfer will have a higher cutoff than Doom did in the arena? It's possible. It depends on how good of a champion he is. It depends on what his prestige is as well. If he even, okay, here's what I'm thinking for Silver Surfer, or just to imagine for Silver Surfer. Let's say he has high prestige, but it's not as high as Doom. But it's high enough that he's the #2 prestige champion in the game. Maybe 10,720. Oh, I just got wrecked by that L1. Good lord. I hate fighting Spider-Gwen sometimes. Let's imagine that's what his prestige is. But he is a stronger overall champion, which I could see him having a bunch of immunities, which, I mean, as I've said plenty of times, immunities, the whole system is kind of messed up in my opinion, because just having immunities is such a big difference between not having an immunity, right? It's this all or nothing system. And there are so many different situations that require immunities that even if a champion just has immunities, that already sets them to like another level of power in this game. So I imagine he's gonna have a bunch of immunities, and because of the type of champions that Cosmic Champions are, where compared to Mystic Champions that are, you know, kind of meant to play around buffs and power control and stuff like that, and because of that stuff not being as important a lot of times, I imagine Silver Surfer, his damage output will be stronger. I get the feeling like he's going to be a more well-received or more played champion than Dr. Doom. Because I don't think Dr. Doom was necessarily negatively received, but some people may have been disappointed in him. Silver Surfer, I get the feeling people are not going to be disappointed. And he's probably going to have at least decent prestige. Maybe he won't top Thor Ragnarok, but yeah. If those things come true, that I'm kind of imagining here, then he could have a higher cutoff than Doom. Doom, something else that he had going for him, though, that increased his cutoff, is that a lot of people have been waiting for a good Mystic champion. A lot of people have, you know, a Mystic Awakening gem, Mystic Rank Up gem from the variants, and a lot of Sig Stones. When it comes to the Cosmics, a lot of people do have strong Cosmic champions in their roster. They might not have Awakening gems and Rank Up gems and Sig Stones waiting. And they might feel a little bit more inclined to say, okay, he's a good character, love Silver Surfer, maybe I'll pop feature crystals for him or something. Then again, Silver Surfer is also coming after Cyber Monday. That gives players options to, you know, maybe they picked up an offer that contained an Awakening gem, or they decided not to spend their units on the 15k unit bundle, but they did pick up the bundles that gave them a lot of units that will allow them to put up additional rounds in the arena. Something like that. So, thought Claire was good? Oh, Claire is very good. Claire is very good. Initially, people thought Claire was bad, which... well, I don't, actually, what was the initial reaction to Claire? I can't even remember now. I remember people had a bad initial reaction to Warlock. I think it was also kind of underwhelming from Claire, but Claire's good. She's great. I think that happens with all the Mystic champions, to be honest, where because of their ability types, they don't have as explosive of damage output. And people see that and they're initially just like, oh, pff, it's not the new Corvus or something like that. I'm not interested. I think the initial reaction to Claire was meh. Yeah, I think that's right. I think that's what it was. Is Wasp any good? Yeah, Wasp is good. She's a bit of a glass cannon. Actually, she's... a bit is an understatement. She is a glass cannon completely. She has synergies. Oh, that's right. I forgot to pop these open today. Come on, Cosmic. All Cosmic, baby. 0 Cosmic. Okay. But she, yeah, Wasp is a total glass cannon. She hits hard, can't take a punch. And she has she synergizes with one of the strongest champions in the game, so she's good for those reasons. Surfer will / should probably have cold and incinerate immunity like Void should, and maybe poison, but that's probably it. Bleed resistance would make sense too. Oh, I figured he'd be bleed immune, but I guess I don't know what Silver Surfer is. I thought he was just made out of silver, which, like, is there any blood in there? If he's all silver? Ooh, units. Come on, 225 me. 225 me. 225 me. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Last Zarnian. What's up, dude? Of all the terrible ways to be woken up, BG, the boy telling his mom, I think... oh, no. Mommy, my fart is on the floor. Mommy, my fart is on the floor is the worst. Oh my god, dude. Wow. That's incredible. You've said some funny things, but that might be the best thing you've ever said, last Arnian. Oh my god. My fart is on the floor. I might have to borrow that in real life. Oh man. Dysentery Joe just did a spit take at that. Oh man. No, he's a humanoid from another planet and was imbued with the power cosmic by Galactus. Okay. Okay, so he still can bleed then, I guess? Okay. Okay. Alright. Dude, almost at 20k units. Dude, the units have been ramping up here ever since I got back to hitting these milestones. It feels good. There's a long period of time where I was just kind of, getting some milestones, but it wasn't really grinding. But it's nice to see the units climbing up. How do you suggest that I get units to get the Nexus crystal before it goes away in 10 hours? Oh man, I don't. If you don't have units, I mean, dude, it's not that good of a value. I recommend do not get the units to get the Nexus crystal. Do not buy the Nexus crystal. It's a cool concept. I don't think it's worth 150 units, but it is a cool concept. Hope we see more of that from Kabam. Do you know what the next feature crystal will be? Thank you, Rapunzel. The next feature crystal? You mean like the next featured 5-star or the featured Like what champion is coming, like in their own featured crystal. Well, I mean, the big one coming up is for Reed Richards. We're gonna have one here for oh my God, Red Skull first, but then one for Reed Richards after that. If you're talking about the next featured 5-star crystal, well, it'll be the 6 newest champions, and then the other 18. I'm not sure. No one has that info, as far as I know. BG gonna lag stream. That's right. Oh, I'm so glad you said something. I totally forgot. Yeah, guys, lags. He's streaming. I think he's streaming until the arena ends. He's going for 5-star Doom. Let me pull up a link to his channel. All night 5-star Dr. Doom grind. I don't know if he's stopping at any point before the end, but yeah, he could use you guys' support for sure. So here's a link to his channel, a link to his stream, I should say. So definitely go say what's up to him. Wish him luck. Give him some energy, man. He might be, I mean, a grind like that gets exhausting. So, I'll definitely pop in there. I gotta work on something, so I might be in and out. Take breaks from what I'm working on. Pop in there, but yeah. Anywho, that's going to be it for this stream. Thank you all for hanging out, as always. Shout out to Heisenberg, the one and only Heisey. Hashtag Dreamin' Sucks. For the 15 bucks. It's definitely appreciated. I don't know if Heisey's still in here. I know it's late over on the East Coast. And yeah, thank you to everyone else that sent over a little something as well. The support is always very much so appreciated, guys. But yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow and in Legacy stream. Go say what's up to him. All right, good night, everybody.